It is Thursday, January 23rd, 2014, and this is another installment of my In the Workshop. That sounded kind of formal, didn't it? I thought these were supposed to be informal. The thing about doing a video is that you start to get into it and you want to do everything as well as you can. And a lot of people took me wrong the last time when I said that my channel was getting too high production. Thinking that I was going to stop doing those kind of videos and start doing these only. That's not the case. I'm going to continue doing those videos and hopefully I get better at doing them along with these, because these are a little bit easier for me to do. They're more personal. You know, it's almost like you come to my shop for a visit and have a look around, maybe ask me a question or two. It's cold in here, I'll tell you. It was minus 36 yesterday, and I took the time to figure out what that is in Fahrenheit. That was almost minus 33, so that was the coldest day so far this year, and too cold to come out here. You can see my breath out here. I actually had to turn the heater off last night because I figured I was going to go broke on the electric bill. The main topic of this one is going to be this dovetail plug template that I used in my stackable storage trays back in September. But before getting into that, I've had quite a few questions about what kind of camera I use to do my videos and what's the editing software that I use. I use a Canon Vixia HF-M50, I think it is. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a good camera. What I like about it is that it's a video camera, which is good for doing video. That means it's easy to use for doing video. Also, it's really good in low light. I've got a video coming up where I'm doing some work in my basement on my other channel, and there's no lights on it in the basement at that time, and you can see every detail. The camera is really amazing in low light. My first videos were made with this Nikon Coolpix 8100, and this is an okay camera for making videos. The problem with this is when you turn on record, it immediately zooms in and you lose quite a bit of your picture. You pretty much got to be standing clear across the other side of the country to be in the frame, so that wasn't good. Also, terrible low light performance. The software I use is PowerDirector 11. I started out editing with PowerDirector 8 and worked my way up. I like that software. I'm used to it. That's going to be half the battle with those kind of things, is getting used to using something, and then you pretty much want to stick with it unless it's not doing what you want it to do. In my case, PowerDirector 11 does everything I want it to do. Now, with that said, you shouldn't be taking this as any kind of advertisement or endorsement of any kind. I'm not getting any money for promoting these products. I'm not a cent. I just use them and I like them. The camera, I can't say a bad thing about. I've even dropped it. As you can see there, the dent in the ring in the front. On a concrete floor, my old workshop, and didn't hurt it. Anyway, onward to the actual topic of the video, and that is this dovetail plug template. The template itself is available on my website, and there's a link in the description to go there and look at that. I was actually going to take the time to demonstrate the way it works, but it's too damn cold out here and I'm not going to do that this time. I know I promised a video before, but to be honest, if you if you know how to use a router and know how to cut out plywood and sand something to a line, you can make this template and shouldn't have any problem using it. Now, like I said, I use these plugs in my stackable trays, and in the second video for that, I showed me doing them. But if you haven't seen it before, you can go check that video out. They basically work like this. The bigger cutout on the template makes the plug. The smaller one makes the place where the plug goes. and it fits in like that. If you go to my website and look at the template there, you'll see that this looks hand-drawn. This is actually hand-drawn. I drew this right from the template that I used to make this one. So it should be as exact as this one. You want it to go in, you want a little tiny bit of space there on the end so that when you do tap it in, that tightens right up. I had a few more questions and comments on my cabinet since last week, and most of those revolve around how does the heat get up through the unit. Like I said in the video before and on the article on the website, there's a space between the shelves and the doors. A lot of guys are recommending that I drill holes through the shelves, but the fact is that will work. You can drill holes through the shelves, but you're going to put stuff on the shelves and they're going to cover over the holes. So not much sense drilling holes through shelves that are going to get covered up. The gap between the door and the front of the shelves is more than enough space for the heat to rise up and circulate through the cabinet. Next week I'm going to be talking about the cabinet that's behind me. That's my drill press cabinet. I keep getting questions on that, even though there is a very detailed 4-page article, build article on my website. I have to say this now about my website. My website is not like a blog where you go and you read a few words and there's no pictures, or the pictures are real tiny. My website is packed full of great projects and lots of detail, and the pictures on the page are good size, yes, but you can click them and they'll expand out to 800 by 600. Beautiful pictures, well taken, show all of the details. So please, before you ask me a question, send me an email. You know, I like getting emails, but if you have a question on something, more than likely you're going to find the answer to that on my website. If you can't find it, generally I haven't done it. There's quite a few projects that I've been meaning to get to that I talked about in the past and even previewed in videos. Top of that list would be my 1-inch belt sander that, okay, well, I'm doing this on Thursday. It'll be actually released tomorrow evening, and I can say that tomorrow, as in tomorrow when you're watching this, the video will be on building this wooden bar clamp. Now, I did a video on this before, and I just showed the build. I didn't talk in it, and a lot of people had a problem with that. Some people have a problem if you talk too much. Other guys have a problem if you don't talk at all. It's hard to find a middle ground, I guess, but by and large, the majority of my videos where I don't talk do the best. They get the most views, so I don't know, I'm torn. I like to talk sometimes. Other times, I think that all you really need to do is watch. But this time, I make this and I go into great detail on how I did it. So I gotta go in the house before I freeze to death and get out of this cold. I'll see you tomorrow morning with the bar clamp video. Take the gum out. No chewing gum in class. I'm freezing my ass off for this. I gotta turn on the heater before I perish. See your breath. Not good.